How do you expect this fight to go?
Tank by knockout.
What round? Because I'm betting.
It's kind of hard to say, but it could really be early. It could really be early. But there's no way possible, in my opinion, that Ryan sees 12 rounds. No way possible. Too much experience, and that's gonna play a critical factor in a lot of things. And I'm going to say this: a lot of times when you haven't been on the big stage, when you get under those lights, you know, all kind of things are going through your mind, and you know, because I don't have to get up in there and do anything. I know what's going through my mind. Yeah. Walking through that tunnel with Floyd for many years, and you go out there and there's 14, 16,000 people booing you. Yeah. You know, and it's just us against them, and but you prepared. And so that's the one thing about Tank. He knows what he's got to do. He's prepared. He's been there before, you know, so he's used to everything that comes along with, you know, the fight week stuff and, you know, the interviews and the enormous requests. And so those are the little things that, you know, and Floyd was able to manage that. Mm-hmm. And Tank has learned how to do that, you know, and so he can just focus on, you know, his final preparations for what has to happen next Saturday night. But this fight's gonna come down to the experience level, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference.
Go ahead,
do your prediction.
Predict this fight right quick.
Yeah. Predict this fight.
Yep.
Man, so I just go out with my straight out winner.
Who you got? How's it go?
Early range. I feel like Ryan can control the range early. Why at the same time Tank is being patient, trying to figure him out. If Ryan doesn't hurt Tank and gain respect early, it could be an early night, as Leonard said. If he can do somehow gain respect and stay patient, which that's my biggest thing is patience in this fight, because you got two Hall of Fame trainers in the corner, Calvin Ford, Joe Goosen. Joe has seen thousands of fights, works thousands of fights, been ringside, called thousands of fights. So I feel like that would help Ryan a lot in this fight.
Yeah.
But man, you run into this guy's at the elite level. He's peaked. What, the guy's 28 years old? You run into him at his peak. You know the power, but you've never seen the skills to this level. I think he's going to show us something that we've never seen before, and it's going to be a show. And he's going to end it with a bang in the 9th round.
Ooh, 9th round,
stoppage.
Dang, you went all the way.
So I think it could be.
Give some love for that.
Appreciate you. So I think it could be one of those fights where, from an outside perspective, or from like a Twitter, social media crowd in the arena, that people think Ryan's winning early. Because I think Tank is going to be figuring him out. He's going to be doing what he does, moving and everything. And so I think people are like, dang, Ryan Garcia, he's outboxing, piecing him up. And then I do think at some point, Ryan's either going to get overzealous and he's going to just one step too far.
Do that.
Or Tank, I think we actually might see Tank at some point, kind of like he did towards the end of the fight with Hector Luis Garcia, where he actually turns up his tempo, where he says, okay, like you said, I don't respect him. Like, at some point, I felt the power. It's not what it's cracked up to be. And Tank runs off some shots, and I do think it's a stoppage. I'll say the 7th. But I think it's a competitive fight, and I do think there's going to be a consensus where people are like, oh, man, Ryan's outboxing Tank. And then Tank, all of a sudden, is like, yeah, go on.
What if Tank comes to get him first round?
I'm down for it. I am down for it. That would be great. And it would be kind of an homage to people always say he's the Tyson of our era. Just this huge...
He ain't doing that. So stop.
Maybe he is.
He ain't doing that.
Hey, Shawn,
Leonard's got a gray beard. He is a wise man. If he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it. Damn.
Shawn, he goes out there and destroys this boy in the first round. This is his game.
He ain't doing that.
This is his. It can happen. This is boxing.
I'm not saying he ain't that kind of monster.
Yeah.
That's just not how he operates.
But what if he does?
He don't operate like that.
That would be awesome.
Interesting thing though, because that's what game plans is for.
Yeah.
That ain't what we do, but for this one, this is what we gonna do.
Yeah.
And what if
he ain't doing it?
Okay. What if
he's not gonna sell me out?
Okay. What if the first time he touch him, Ryan's wobbles? It's over.
That part right there.
It's over.
Because one thing
you can't survive that power.
One thing we're gonna find out, and I think we're gonna find out early, And it don't necessarily have to be a headshot.
Yeah.
Is that we're going to find out if he can take.
Because he going to get him.
Yeah, it's impossible to go through a 12-round fight and not get hit.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how he responds. We're going to see how he responds.
And one thing that was kind of under the radar before we get to your bold prediction with Tank and Hector Garcia was it was almost more, I wouldn't even say more impressive, but more like kind of eye-opening instead of these huge knockouts where you lay somebody out. And Hector Garcia from the translation in the corner, so I can't even see.
Yeah.
Like, he was having trouble seeing. Like that short-circuited him like that.
I was like, you can't see. He just got going.
I mean, yeah, that was, I was like, oh shit, like that's not where we can visually see, oh, he hit him and somebody fell.
He can't see himself coming out for the 8th round.
I don't know what he couldn't see, but no matter if he couldn't see himself fighting, couldn't see Tank, couldn't see his mom in the crowd, I don't know what's going on.
I don't have a bold prediction.
You said you didn't
No.
he was gonna go full.
No, I don't have a bold predict. I mean, I don't consider this to be a bold prediction. I have, from the moment this fight was even talked about and announced and all that kind of stuff, I always said, Tank's got this. He's the most athletic. He's the more athletic fighter. He's the more explosive fighter. He's the faster fighter.
I think he's the better
I think
fighter.
there's a difference between hitting the man and hitting the bag.
Yeah.
I think that knowing range and distance, I mean, across the board, as I put the check marks, everything goes to Tank. Except this boy, Ryan, man, this is what I would say. This fight, I don't think this fight goes the distance. It's hard to see Tank going the distance. We just never, we don't see that.
2 times.
We don't, you know, it's hard to see him being beat.
Yeah.
Can't see him getting beat. But in all that, I had told somebody this earlier while I was at the store. Yes, I shop at Walmart. I said, he said, who you got? Tank or Ryan? I said, I got Tank. I said, but I'm holding my breath. And you know how people say, oh, he can't be, don't even hold your breath. I will be holding my breath because this boy, Ryan Garcia, and I've read past everything. He's an entertainer. He knows how to talk. He will get you on. And I don't let none of that faze me. But I'm phased. I'm phased. I'm like, because I understand if you believe it, you can achieve it. It may sound cliche, but this boy believes it. And this boy been talking and he been speaking it. I would hate for this to be the time that he speaks this into existence. But I don't know.
What makes you think that he believes it?
I think that he believes it because I see the way when he talks, and I've seen quite a few interviews when he talks and he starts to fade off, and it's like he's still, but he's like he's staring off into what he's seeing and what he's truly trying to believe, and that's what gives me the feeling that he believes what he's saying. Just like you, I'm like, this kid's a talker. He just talking that you know. Nobody wants to hear that. But the more I've seen it, and the more I start to pay attention to him, his vocal, the way everything shifts and changes when certain things are talked about, I'm like, he really believes this. And we already know, man, when you believe something, you can close your eyes and make it happen. And I do got a feeling that left hook could be the punch. I'm not betting against it. But I ain't betting on it.
So what's your prediction? What the hell was that?
Man, I just tried to paint a picture for everybody to watch this fight.
So you painted the
Tune
picture.
in.
Now go ahead and
Showtime. Pay-per-view.
See how Leonard looked at me.
It's always good to hear other people.
Yeah, other side.
You know.
I think Tank wins this fight.
Around. I seen somebody, they stopped me at the store. They said Tank in 3 and kept pushing.
A fan just pulled up on you?
Okay.
That's funny.
It don't go the distance. This fight don't go the distance. I'll say Tank get going. I say Tank in 9. Just to throw a prediction out there.
You said 9 too, huh? Copycat.
Yeah. Did you? Say 9?
No, Ant said 9.
I'll say 8.
Wow, there you go. 7, 8, 9. Cool. All right. Take it easy. Leonard predicted it already. Were you going back to him?
No. Yeah, I
don't know what Sean's doing. Sean made
It's gonna be a great fight for as long as it lasts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
as long as it lasts.
And I think we'll get a David Morrell knockout on the undercard. Gabe Rosado. It's gonna be an action fight.
As long as this fight lasts, the fans will get their money's worth.
Yeah.
This will be a hell of a fight.
What if it's over in the first round?
You better have gotten your food and your beverages early.
Dang, I don't know. I don't get my money's worth.
Both fighters too good for this to be ended in the first round.
All I'm gonna say along those lines is that, as we know, the way I see it is one guy is built a certain kind of way and the other guy is not.
I would say don't let the looks fool you. The kid's a tough kid at the end of the day.
He really is, and he's a good fighter. You're never gonna hear me say anything other than that.
Yeah.
But I just happen to know some stuff, and it's gonna come down to the experience, and when you're not built like that, when you're not built like that, I think it's the outcome that we expect.
I look at him as the same way I looked at Caleb Plant going up against Canelo. You didn't prepare yourself for this in the ring, and for the most part.
And how not cutting you off? How can you prepare yourself for something, and you never
Felt it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, do you train like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very many fighters do.
Have any opponent? Have you been tested?
Yeah. Like I said, the Luke Campbell, that's the close thing we got.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, for the most part, his side don't got that quality of fighters to even push him much as he needs to be pushed. But we still could be.
What kind of camp has he had?
Joe, I feel Joe Goosen got him right. That's one thing I'm gonna feel. Joe Goosen got him right. Respected Joe Goosen, but
Great trainer.
Great trainer,
Great
Hall
trainer.
of Fame trainer.
Yeah.
But that ain't enough for you.
Nah.
Okay.
I just happen to know a lot of things that the public don't know, and all I'm gonna just say, it's gonna be a great fight for as long as it lasts.
So you saying, right now, take your mortgage, everything you got, bet Tank by knockout, Leonard Ellerbe.
And if not, he'll refund you the whole thing.
Tank's knocking him out.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
It's gonna,
Yeah.